everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie. What a lie.
Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, and group number 5. Here we have our 5 groups for today's Pick a Card reading, where we are going to be discussing people's first impressions of your social media and assumptions that they make based on your social media. Please, 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 please keep in mind this disclaimer that people's first impressions and assumptions are not defining of you, your purpose, your intentions, your social media, or anything about you. This is just for funsies. Take it with a grain of salt. That's the reason why I do these readings, so that the more BS you hear about people's assumptions and how they feel, the more you just learn to not even care, okay? You become immune to it, if you will. That's what this is helping you do, to build an immunity to hear opinions and to let it go. That's the intention, babes. But I'm super excited to get into this reading. There were some very interesting messages that I look forward to hearing you confirm, deny, or set straight in the comment section down below. And I look forward to seeing your comments. I look forward to seeing you at the very end of this video. For my subscribers only, whether you subscribe right now or any day before, there will be an extra special TAYliens subscriber only message at the very end just for you. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, that'll be the very first link in the description box. Second link is for Patreon content that you won't catch here on the main channel. And also bonus, if you join the very top tier, All Things Tay, you not only get every single upload on the main channel and for Patreon, but you also get your very own personalized reading once a month. If you don't want to do that, I would recommend the very first link in the description box, where you can book your very own personal reading without the monthly subscription, okay? And if you're interested in donating to the channel, PO box as well as virtual tip jar in the description box down below. No long talking, let's go ahead and get this ish on and poppin', yeah. Group number 1, let's go ahead and find out how people's first impressions of your social media register, okay? And then we're gonna dive into what assumptions do they make based off of your social media, okay? So first impressions for group number 1, social media, and then assumptions that people make based on group number 1's social media. First impressions. All right, so group number 1, people's first impressions of your social media. First of all, you are the type that they scroll to like your very first post. Like, people dive deep on your social media. That's their first impression is, oh, I want to scroll and look at like every post that this person has ever put up. If you have like thousands and thousands of posts, they may or may not. But just know that your social media on first impression has people deeply enthralled with who you are, where you come from, your lifestyle, because I'm seeing here that people are like, this is someone who has like everything that it would take to be popular on social media, but this person's not that active, or this person's not that active anymore, or this person doesn't have that many followers, or this person doesn't, there's just something that feels like a disconnect, because your socials shows up as presentable, nice, or you show up as presentable and nice, but you haven't posted in a while, or for some of you, you may have had a kid and this changed your posting style. But I'm also seeing here too, you could have mutuals with the people that are coming through in this reading with your social media's first impressions. You could have mutuals like you're a friend of their friend, or you follow similar people to who they follow. There's some sort of feeling of synergy or camaraderie that people feel when they first come across your social media. You're someone that they would want to follow. You're someone that they would want them to follow, that they would want to follow them back. I'm getting that your social media presentation is extremely attractive, and there could be a lot of engagement. Whether you have 20 followers or 20,000 or 20 million, your engagement seems to be up there in some way, shape, or form, or it used to be. I'm really getting a lot of your first impressions is that you're not as active on social media anymore. Or if you are active-ish, it's just you pop in, you pop out, and people comment. I really feel like people scroll really deep in your comment section, or they scroll really deep through your photos, videos, anything that you post or tag. People are looking into it. Like, you're the person that someone could talk about a comment that was left 39 weeks ago. Some of y'all check out a post from 39 weeks ago, or a comment from 39 weeks ago, because that is very, very, very relevant, and most likely people's favorite or your most popular posts that people like hover around when they first come across your social media. Okay. Next thing that I'm seeing here, assumptions that people make about you based on your social media is that you are hard to access, and or that you are quiet, that you know a lot of people, or a lot of people know of you, but you have a small social circle. I'm getting here that people assume that if they DM'd you, they would be either left on read, or it would take you a long time to get to their message, if ever. People assume from your social media that you post on your story a lot more than anything, or you post somewhere where it's not plastered all over and it's not up there full time. So you could like to make temporary posts. There's also assumptions made based on your social media that you are particular about placement, aesthetics, vibes, colors, arrangements, things of that nature. Assumptions made based on your social media is that you are definitely highly sought after. For some of you, this has to do with your business. If you have an online presence for your business, people assume that you are highly sought after. Or even if you don't have an online business, they still assume that you are highly sought after. They feel like your DMs are literally blowing up. They feel like your DMs are on fire. I'm also getting here too that assumptions that people make based on your social media is that famous people or well-known people might either follow you or DM you or explore your page or come across you. But there is this looming energy here where people feel like you are either on the brink of being well known or the brink of success or the brink of fame yourself, or you are in those sort of social circles. Like you give like this socialite vibe, but you're not the usual socialite, because there's something here that lets us know that, yeah, you're attractive, you're popular, but you're not like standing in the light of that glory. You don't seem to be absorbing it as much as you possibly can. Basically, you just don't seem thirsty or hungry for social media interactions. People assume that based on your social media, you are a real lifer, as I like to call them. People that just prefer real life interactions, that prefer to get to know you in real life. People that probably don't have the best response times when it comes to DMs or when it comes to responding to people or liking or commenting back. You might not be the greatest. People could assume that you're not a great texter when it comes to your social media. That's an assumption that they make as well. But again, it's because they put you in this category of a real lifer. Let me roll the dice here. We've got North Node, Cancer, 6th house. Big time on those of you that have become a parent. Okay. If you have your kid on social media in any way, shape, or form, people are definitely paying attention to this, or this is their first impression that you look like a mother, or their first impression is that you look like a parent, or you look like you have a baby mama. I don't know. It's just something here about children that's definitely coming through. For some of you, if you do have a kid, assumptions are that if you were to start posting, the kid would take over your social media. Like it wouldn't even be about you anymore. Again, you're not big on hogging the light, the spotlight. But if you cared about that, people feel like you could be like famous AF. And it's mostly when it comes to vibes, aesthetics, popularity. Basically, people feel like if you posted on social media, commented on other people's social media, interacted with other people a lot more, you would really see growth fairly quickly. And you would probably develop a fan base fairly quickly. There is something here about like a mother. Okay. I don't know if it's you, your mother or something like this here. There's something about like maternal energy that's coming through in the assumptions area for your social media. So there could be a picture of someone on your socials and they assume that this is who your mother is. Oops, excuse me. Also, people assume that you are strict about your routines, that you show up when you say you're going to show up, that you are someone who is reliable, who takes accountability. That's what it is. Like with the maternal energy, even if it has nothing to do with anybody else, even if you are a masculine watching this, you just come through as very nurturing, maternal, caring, someone who works on routines, someone who wakes up at a specific time every day, does this at this time every day, make sure that breakfast is had by this time, lunch is prepared by this time, dinner is prepared by this time. For some of you, the assumption is that you could be a housekeeper, a housewife, a nanny, a house hubby, a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home husband, stay-at-home partner. Insert the appropriate title and pronouns here. I'm also getting here too that no matter when people come across your social media, they're going to follow you. There's just something about you that people really do like about you, and it really shines through your social media. People that have a hard time accepting or liking themselves would have a hard time accepting or liking you, because you are extremely secure in your image, secure about who you are, secure about how you feel. You could also be, it's like this dynamic of like, you don't show up too often on social media or something like this, or when you do show up, you show up wholeheartedly. There's no half-assery. You could also be someone who posts about things that you really like hold near and dear and close to your heart. Like certain things that are going on in the world could be politically related, or just based on morality. You give off this mother Gaia, this mother nature essence or energy or vibration to you, but with a great balance, because people feel like, oh yeah, this person's attractive, they're popular, they're cool, they're well liked, they're this, they're that. But aside from like the party aspect or the popular aspect of you, there's this balance of nature, being in tune, attunement, an authenticity that radiates off of you that's really hard to come by. There's something about you that gives off this je ne sais quoi kind of vibe that you don't come across too often, which is why no matter how often you post, I feel like if people come across your social media, they will more than likely follow you. I'm seeing 7 out of 10 people that come across your page just randomly follow you because they're genuinely interested and intrigued in you as an individual, what you have to say, how you run your life, your routines, the people that you're friends with, so on and so forth. Also, people feel like you have a great separation, a great divide between your personal life and what you present on social media. Maybe you don't tag your friends too often, or maybe you don't post people that often. Maybe you don't, I don't know. There's just something here about you're very selective or choosy about what you post. Okay. And these is all that I have for you, my friend. If you're here, please give the video a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below how it resonated for you. If you are present here, I want to see your crown emojis prompting your comment in the comment section down below. Start off your comment with a crown emoji so that I know that you chose group number 1. Thank you for being here. And yes, of course, there is an extra special TAYliens message at the very end for subscribers only, so I'll see you there. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, first link in the description box. If you're interested in joining us on Patreon, second link in the description box. And if you're interested in donating to the channel, PO box and virtual tip jar in the description box down below as well. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Group number 2, I'm talking to you, and we are going to dive into this reading today to find out what are people's first impressions of your social media and assumptions that they make based on your social media. Group number 2, first impressions of their social media. Group number 2, first impressions of their social media. Group number 2, first impressions of their social media. Group number 2, First impressions of their social media. Something like that. Okay. First impressions and assumptions people make based on my group. Number 2, social media. Assumptions people make based on your social media. Assumptions people make based on your social media. Okay. This one's extremely straightforward. Let's see here. The bottom of the deck is the death card. Yeah. Whew, yeah, that just confirms everything I was saying. Okay. So, group number 2. First impressions of your social media has something to do with a period of insecurity, and then enlightenment. Okay. People's first impression of your social media is about some sort of makeover, overhaul, transformation. If you chose this group, I wouldn't be surprised if you are my fitness people that you post like your before and after photos, or this is coming in as an assumption as well, that you've had some sort of surgery here to enhance or improve your physical appearance, your attractiveness, at least in your own eyes or your own opinion. There's this vibe here of, oh, this person is high maintenance, or, oh, this person dyes their hair. This person's had this done. This person does this. This person likes to get their nails done. This person has done this. This person done that. There's like this overall vibe of being high maintenance. First of all, is high maintenance hippie present in this reading? Because I keep saying high maintenance and it's making me think of her. Shout out to you if you are. Let's see here. I'm also picking up on 2 upon first impressions. You could either be the type that goes out a lot at night, or you just post at night a lot. There's something here about nighttime. People's first impressions of your social media also is that you have somehow picked yourself up. Okay. This could be referring to you posting again, or you getting out of a funk, or something like this here. There's a lot here about transformations. So you could even be the type that posts like before and afters of like your makeup, your hair, your routines, shopping, things of that nature. Assumptions that people make of you based on your social media is that you have a cat, or you are a cat person. Assumptions made based on your social media is that you have a particularly witchy wit or intelligence about you, that you don't believe in the traditional lifestyle, or you don't believe in just tradition. You have this modern twist to you. Also, there's something here about familiarity. For this group here, I was really picking up on first impressions of people that knew you from the past to now, but that could just be the impression of the transformation. And just now, as I said, from then to now, the word enhancement came through here. So definitely assumptions made based on your social media is that you've had some sort of enhancements, whether it be lashes, contact lenses, makeup, filler, extensions in your hair, your nails, your body, whatever it may be. This is an assumption that people make based on your social media. An assumption that people make based on your social media as well is that you do not gatekeep. You share a lot. This group here is also giving kind of like influencer, but not full-fledged influencer. I feel like this group here, you're like an influencer on accident because people want to know, like, how did you do this? Who did you go to for this? It's feeling like a small world of trades here. For some of you, maybe your social media, you like revamp products or materials and you resell them. So some sort of thrifting thing going on here is something that I'm picking up on as well. It feels like value over quantity. It feels like quality over quantity when it comes to the assumptions being made about your social media. So this could be about the things that you post about, or if this is like a business or something like this here, you may not post about it too often, but when you do, it holds a lot of value, or you are the type yourself that you don't show up that much on social media, but when you do, you pop out for reels. Okay, again, like the high maintenance vibe that I was picking up on. Like, I feel like if someone is high maintenance, and it's reflecting through their social media, I think that it means that they only show up when they're glam. They only show up with a purpose. They're not the one who's going to post about like the sunset or the sunrise and like post that on their page. No, it's going to be them made up, dressed up, out with their friends, out with their family, or selling something, or you promoting someone else's business. But again, I feel like this is like accidental social media influencer, to where it's not like a thing that you're striving for. It's just something that you naturally kind of do because people want to know, again, who you went to for this, who did that, how did you do this? People want to know these kind of things about you. But you know how sometimes people just want to know these things to be nosy? No, with you, like, it's serious inquiries only, okay? I'm also seeing here too, when it comes to like the serious inquiries only, there's something about like you having a very solid group of people around you. So you're either seen with the same people all the time, or people assume that it's like the same people always commenting, the same people always around you. So people assume that you have a very solid friend group that doesn't shift or change too much or too often. There's also this assumption that's made that what you see with group number 2 is not always what you get. I'm also getting here too that although you may come across as high maintenance, there is this approachable, fun, loving, fiery essence that comes through. And people really flock to you for this, but I'm seeing that it's like the right kind of people flocking to you. This is a bold statement to make, but based on your social media, an assumption that's made is that you don't get hate that often. So let me know how accurate or inaccurate that may be. And when you do comment down below group number 2, I want to see your magic wand emojis in the comment section down below. So before you start your comment, put a magic wand emoji, or you could just comment a magic wand to let me know that you chose group number 2. But let me know, like, what do you feel like your level of receiving hatred is? Because, like, honestly, I'm really not getting too bad of vibes from here. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. Oh, there goes 1. That one is Pluto. Then we have the first house, and we have Libra showing up as well. So, absolutely, for us to have Pluto and the number one, you've definitely undergone some sort of significant physical transformation. Your physical appearance has drastically changed in some way, shape, or form. For some of you, it's like you're blonde, but you went brunette, or vice versa. Major changes to the body, whether it be through surgery or through working out. Shifts and enhancements, at least from childhood to your current developed stage. Meaning, if you came to this group and you're like, girl, I ain't never had no enhancements. Well, puberty has done you well, okay? Because people are definitely looking at your page and they're assuming that you've like gone under the knife, or you've had some sort of enhancements, or you've seen some sort of doctor and you came out brand new, something like this here. They're assuming this about your teeth, your nose, your brows, your hair, your boobs, your butt. And I don't know why I'm getting your finances. Obviously, if you don't have boobs, then that's not for you. But there's also something here too about like your finances have been enhanced. Oh yeah, because like I was picking up on that again. The influencer vibes here. Like if you have a code with a certain business, people feel like you're really getting your money's worth. Like you're really getting your commission because people are really using your code. Even if it's only like 4 or 5 people using your code. Well, if it's 4 or 5 people using a code for a doctor or something, and shit, maybe the doctor gives you hella discounts or gives you something, you are benefiting off of your transformation in some way, shape, or form. This could also be those of you that maybe like sell supplements, if you are a fitness page. Okay, or people always selling them fitness tees, fitness bands, equipment, waist trainers, things of that nature. But your social media seems to be tailored around some sort of transformation, and you could be selling something in regards to said transformation. If you're not selling something, people feel like you could sell it, or that you should sell it. Okay. Yeah. That's something that I'm getting here too, is that, assumptions made based on your social media is that like you could really change people's lives if you shared your story. If you talked about your life's timeline, like how you started and to how you ended up where you are currently, people feel like you could really draw in a crowd if you haven't already. Picking up on heavy Taurus and Venusian energy. This could be somewhere in your 2nd, 12th, or 5th house, as well as 8th. But there's just something here about you having the power of influence over people, so much so that your influence and your ability to change their life would change your life. In some way, shape, or form. You have a service, or you have advice, or you have a product that people feel is life-changing and could be beneficial for a lot of people. So even if you're just on social media, just existing, there's something that you post or something that you say that people feel could be beneficial to the right audience if you just tapped into that, because you've got something like that really changes people's lives because it's changed your life. For some of you, this has to do with law. You could be referring people to a certain law firm or an office or something like this as well. Or you're working with them, something, or you're into real estate and you know all the right banks, the right people, places, and things. If you need a loan, if you need this, if you need that, you are the plug. Group number 2. These are assumptions made on your social medias that you are the plug, whether it comes to travel, food, finances, doctors, enhancements, reductions, whatever it may be, you're the plug. Group number 2. All right. And what else? Yeah, you're the plug and you can really change people's lives. These are the assumptions made based on your social media, as well as your first impressions of your social media. Thank you for tuning in. And again, prompt your comment down below with the magic wand so I can see that you chose group number 2 when I check the comment section down below. Sending you so much love, so much life. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below with your magic wand emojis, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, because subscribing makes you a TAYlien, which means that there is an extra special TAYlien subscriber only message at the very end of this video just for you. So tap into that, tune into that. Sending you so much love, so much life. If you'd like to book a personal reading, first link in the description box. If you want to join us over on Patreon for content that you will not catch here on the main channel, that's the second link in the description box. And if you would like to donate to the channel, there is a PO box as well as a virtual tip jar. I thank you in advance. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Group number 3, I'm talking to the, oh, whoa. Okay, wow. I didn't even get my words out and the card already fell out. Okay, so as you can tell from the title, we're going to be diving into this pick a card reading to find out people's first impressions of your social media and assumptions made based on your social media. So the card that fell out with like this magical gust of wind is the prostitute card. Don't click off. I promise you, it's not that bad. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. All right, let's see. Let's see. Talk to me about my group number 3's first impressions of their social media. Okay. Okay, group number 3. Let's talk about people's first impressions of your social media and assumptions made based on your social media. So, first impressions based on your social media is that you know what the people want from you and you give them that. Okay. You've either got a money maker and you show that off, whether it be your smile, your nose, your breath, like the way that you keep your breath fresh. Like maybe you have a dental hygiene page. Okay. You're sharing that. If you sing, if you rap, if you share this, if you sell that, you know what the people want. And you give the people what they want. And in return, the people give you what you want. The views, the likes, the shares, the comments, the money, the subscriptions, whatever it may be. You know what the people want. You know what the people like. This feels like it's very easy for you to gain followers. Assumptions that people make on your social media is that people tell their friends about you, or like people talk about you to their friends, that people recommend you. Now, I do have to admit, for the few that do sprinkle in a little bit of thirst traps or sex work, I am seeing that in here, but obviously that's not for everyone, and there's no need to be offended. Okay, the way that people choose to live their lives is none of our business. If you don't like it for you, you don't have to do it. But I am going to address what I do see here because I have a broad audience that tailors to a lot of different people. So if you are on social media and you sell feet pics or you take videos of your body in some way, shape, or form, I'm seeing that the people really like this and people want to see that. Now, for some of you, it's not even sexual in that sense. It's actually, you could be selling some jeans, or you could be selling a shirt, or you could be something like this, but it shows off your assets. Okay. And this is what I am seeing here. The overall first impression is that you know what your assets are. You know your good angles. You know what the people want to see. You know how to get the people going. It's provocative. It gets the people going. Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going. Okay. That could also be something too. Your first impressions could kind of like raise a question mark for people. Like they don't understand like what they're looking at, or maybe you post like comedy, or you just, I don't know. There's something about your social media that is different though. Like even if you post what everybody else seems to be posting, the same products, the same this, the same that, it's the way that you present it that really sets you apart from everyone else. I'm also getting here two, assumptions that people make about your social media is that you have like a separate locked away space, meaning people have to pay for a subscription, or they have to pay for your ebook, excuse me, or they have to pay for your tarot deck, or they have to pay for your shirt. I don't know. There's just something here about like exclusivity. Okay, you could have a Patreon, you could have an OnlyFans, you could have a Twitch, you could have a this, you could have a that. Twitch is free, I think, but you get the idea here is that you have multiple platforms and you have a really great way of catering to all of these spaces where you are expected to be. All right. What else? Assumptions that people make based on your social media is that you don't take work home with you, or you don't take social media with you, meaning your post seems to be strictly based on whatever it is that you post about. It doesn't really seem like you post too much about like your in between activities. Like you're strictly posting whatever it is that you post, whatever it is that the people like to see from you. That's what you're posting about. But when you choose to walk away from social media, or you choose to put the phone down, you are away from the phone. You're deeply enthralled in your lifestyle, spending your money, spending time with your family. For some of you, even with your husband or your wife or your kids, your family, so on and so forth. There's also an assumption made here that there's some sort of new beginning in your life that is taking up a lot of your time. So this could be something that people see you either preparing for, or they're like, oh, they're assuming that you're either going to disappear, or they're assuming that it's going to change the way that you show up on social media because of some sort of shift or change in your life. People also make the assumption that you can be, there's like this instability or this unreliable kind of vibe coming through here. But it's not complete instability and it's not complete unreliability. It's like if this person says like, oh, I'm going to be busy, they're going to be busy as hell. So they're not going to pick up the phone, that kind of thing. Assumptions also made here is that you have a set schedule. It could be something about like 4 days a week. Maybe you work 4 days a week. Let's get the dice here. Saturn, 7th house, Virgo, exactly. And I'm so glad that this Saturn fell on top of the Knight of Wands, because that's where I was picking up on the unreliable energy. But for it to have the Knight of Wands and Saturn, that lets me know that this is talking about you letting it be known way ahead of time when you won't and when you will be available. especially with the 7th house in the Virgo, there's major emphasis on your schedules and your strict routines. When you say that you'll be available, you will. And you better catch group number 3 when they're available, because if you try to get with them anytime outside of that, there's no guarantees. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like either you get it now or you're going to have to wait a long time for the next one when it comes to my group number 3s. So if you have some sort of scheduling or routines or something like this here, people see that you are very serious about this. And it's also something here about like a first come, first serve kind of basis that people are making assumptions about. People also assume that you are in a relationship. No matter if you share this or not, people assume based on your social media that you are in a relationship, that you are tied down, that you are not on the market, that you're not interested. For some of you, the lifestyle that you present on social media leads people to believe that you have a partner that caters to you, that takes care of you. That kind of like, okay, it's giving this vibe of like you have a partner that like keeps you locked away and happy. Like you don't come out of the house too often. For some of you, social media is like a main source of networking or income for you, or you're building towards this. And the assumption is that you have someone supporting you building towards this. I'm also picking up here too. Yeah, it's really hard to tear you away from your projects, or it's really hard to tear you away from your routines, because you have every earth sign present here: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn showing up through Saturn. It's very difficult to pull you away from your routines. It could even be for some of you, it's difficult to get you out of the house, or it's difficult to catch up with you. But I'm also getting the assumption here too, is that people really enjoy your company. People really do like you. So if all they can do is share tea and biscuits with you for 15 minutes, they will. I am also getting here too that the assumption being made based on your social media is that you have a lot of last minute invites, or a lot of last minute proposals, or something about like these things that come through last minute. Oh, you could like be on call when it comes to your job or something like that here. Like you have prior engagements to fulfill, and you like work between those things. So you could like make your own schedule, or you have clients, or you're on call. These are the kind of assumptions that people make in regards to your social media and your presence. Anything else? People are making the assumption that there's this quote that I'm picking up on, like, you leave a lot of money on the table. So for some reason, your social media, the assumptions that people make, whether this is true or not, is that you make mognons from your social media. You be making a bag or making money, or that you have passive income, or you have no worries when it comes to finances. Whether this is true or not, these are the assumptions that people are making, that you kind of got like this lavish look about you, this healthy vibe about you, like the lifestyle that you lead. People are like, oh, those type of strict routines, that timing, oh, this person's taken care of, or oh, this person doesn't have to worry about this person doesn't have to worry about that. People are just like, this person doesn't have to worry. So people feel like you have a somewhat of a worry-free lifestyle, at least in comparison to the average Joe. Because again, there's something here about like you being on your own schedule or routine, or being on call that gives you a lot of free time. This could even be about you having to travel a lot for work, things of that nature. Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to see your flying money emojis. If you type in debt, like DEBT on the emoji keyboard, it'll pop up with the flying money emoji. Because this is the way that people tag you on social media. Like they're like, oh, that's the money maker. Okay. Or, you know, your money maker or something like this here. You're getting to the money, you're getting to the bag, whatever it may be. I want to see your flying money emojis in the comment section down below, right before your comment, when you let me know how this resonates. If you want to clear anything up, whatever it may be, let us know in the comment section down below. And also, while you're at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can become a TAYlien, because there is an extra special subscriber only, aka TAYlien message at the very end of this video. So make sure you subscribe for that. And if you would like to join us on Patreon, that is the second link in the description box, where you can join us and catch content that you won't catch here on the main channel. If you want to book your very own personal reading, that'll be the very first link in the description box above the Patreon link. And if you're interested in donating to the channel, there is a PO box as well as a virtual tip jar in the description box down below as well. Ta-ta, and I will see you next time. Group number 4. I'm talking to my group number 4 so that we can dive into your pick a card reading today to find out people's first impressions of your social media and assumptions that they make based on your social media. Let's get into it. Group number 4. These are my niche specific social media pages. This is for my tarot readers, my pinky dolls of the world, the ones that people try to make fun of because we are in our own zone, the one that people maybe leave hate comments because they don't understand what's going on, or people just lurk because they don't understand what's going on. But the ones that get it, and the ones that don't. That's your social media babes. I wouldn't be surprised if you have built a legacy, or you are in process of building a legacy that is very niche specific, like how they were trying to make fun of Pinky Doll and all they did was make fun of her while she was laughing all the way to the bank, paid off debt, paid for her kids' school type shiz. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. People's first impressions of your social media is like, why the fuck are there so many people? Why is this a thing? Why do people understand this? Why is this a group? Why are people following this person that is pretending to be an e-girl, like a fake online person? Why are people following this person that has a pet bunny? Why does this pet bunny have 20 million followers? Why does this page have so many followers and it doesn't even show a real person? Okay. You could be in that faceless brand. That's a thing that I know that people were getting involved with, like faceless social media posts and things of that nature. Or like, why are people following this person and all they do is post a picture of their coffee mug every day? You know, like those types of social media pages where it's like, you know what, you go, bro. Like, you found your success through something weird and quirky and cool. I love that for you. At least that's how winners view these types of individuals. But you know, the other types, they try to judge. They try to rain on your parade, you know, that kind of thing. They might even try to imply that you don't love yourself because of your social media. And it's like, how do you dare make that assumption, honey? How do you dare? Let's see here. So yeah, first impressions is that you have a quirky social media presence. Very niche specific, or you're posting your plushie dolls. Some people could think that your social media presence is childish. Some people could think that it doesn't make any sense, or it's fanciful, or it's a fairy tale, or it's not real, or it doesn't exist, whatever the case may be. Okay. Let's see. Assumptions that people make based on your social media. So they assume that you are emotionally inept, like you lack emotional intelligence. Again, these are just assumptions, y'all. So please don't take them to heart. Please don't. If anything, take it as the complete opposite. Like, oh, thank you for thinking so highly of me based on my social media. You really think that I don't have social intelligence? I mean, emotional intelligence. So social intelligence could be something too. So people could assume that you are like a recluse. Is that the word? Like someone who is a hermit, someone who doesn't interact with people too often. So based on your social media, they're assuming that you are like a homebody, or you only exist online. Like nobody knows you in real life, whatever the case may be. Or like, it's giving like this Hannah Montana vibe where people, it could even be a vibe here too, where people literally don't see your face or people don't know what you look like. And this is an assumption that they make, is that you like hide your face on purpose, or you hide behind this on purpose, whatever the case may be. Assumptions based on your social media is that you definitely do have another persona or another side to you or another face, or there's just something here about like people feel like you close the door after posting on your social media, and who you are outside of that door is so different than who you are on social media. So people could assume that you're not showing your authentic self, whether this be true or not. Okay. Or they're like, there's no way this person's this happy, this cheery, this, or this, that, in real life. They assume that on social media, you portray a different image than who you actually are in real life. And that could be just like a little Hannah Montana thing. It could be intentional or unintentional. Okay. The moon card gives this vibe where it's like people don't really know much about you. People assume that they don't know anything about you. People assume that you prefer the nighttime. People assume that you are dark, or that you have a dark sense of humor, or that you are like, it's giving like this vibe of like a reject from society. But me as your reader, I can tell that that's not true at all. So I want you to know that people's assumptions made of you on social media are highly inaccurate, extremely inaccurate in some ways. I mean, they might hit the nail on the head in some ways, but above all, their overall impressions of you and assumptions that they make based on your social media is all wrong. And it's based on their own perspective, based on their own lack mentality, based on their own beliefs. And that's all that they can view you from, is their own perspective, and their perspective is extremely skewed. I'm really picking up on, like, you know, when we're live here on the channel and there's those random people that are in the group chat talking about like all this crazy nonsense, assuming that we're doing witchcraft or doing weird stuff just because we're sitting here reading some cards. It's like, babe, this is more psychological than it is magical, you know? Like, they just don't understand that though. I get that you come across those types of individuals At least that's the perspective that I'm getting from this reading here, that your social media could be more misunderstood than anything. But again, like Miss Pinky Doll profited off of it, changed her life off of it. So who really cares, you know? Let's see. Neptune, Libra, ninth house. Yeah. Definitely you're in a different woo-woo world. Okay, so I wouldn't even be surprised if like some of you on your social media, you are selling candles, bracelets, selling magic tricks and businesses and bags and things of that nature. And there's people that come across and they're like, man, that's not real. Whatever, you know, like whatever, bro. If you don't believe in it, okay, cool. We don't care, because the girls that get it. And the girls that don't. And girls is girls, guys, gays, anything in between and on the outskirts, period. Okay. It's giving new age. Like that's what this is giving here. And you know, people try to like tag new age as like a negative, like antichrist kind of thing. Okay, so I'm getting that vibe here. Whether they are viewing it from like a hater perspective or not, I'm seeing new age. That's a word that they would use to describe your social media, or they assume that you are of the new age girlies, guys, gays, thems, theys, anything in between on the outskirts. They assume that you're a part of that group. This is I just know because I'm a tarot reader. Like people assume that we're crazy, that we're wacky woo woo, that we're this, that we're that. So these are the assumptions that they're making. They're like, oh, look, it's a whole bunch of them in that area, that group, that this, that. But what it comes down to is that we understand each other and they just don't understand. They just don't vibe. They just don't get it. But people fear, make fun of, misinterpret the things that they don't understand. Okay, so I don't want you to walk away from this reading feeling any type of way. I hope that you guys understand that I do these readings so that you can like brush these things off, so that when people try to bring it to you up in your face, you're like, yeah, I already heard about that shit from Tay. I don't even care, because guess what? I'm living my best life. That kind of vibe. All right. Also, assumptions that people make based on your social media is that you won't last, or you won't take this far, or that this won't last for long, or something like this here. But I'm not trying to be so negative. Like, damn, fucking haters coming in with all this energy. But let's look at the bright side. I am seeing that they like your presentation. Like your first impressions, your social media is pretty, or it's cute, or it's likable, or again, it's fanciful. It looks like a fairy tale, or you look like a fairy tale, or like you give this vibe of like being in a fairy tale or a fanciful magical world. And I don't see anything wrong with that, honey. This is the social media first impressions, as well as assumptions made based on your social media. It's that you are in a world of your own, a league of your own. You could be in what they consider la la land, but it's obviously working for you, and you're not the only one. There is a niche that you have found, or that you are finding. Excuse me, confirmation burp. Okay. And I want you to continue to prioritize that. I also want you to know too, that there's more of you out there than you think that there are. There's also this alien vibe coming through here too. So I don't know if that's like your theme, or if you're into like posting about star seeds, things of that nature. I just really feel like, again, this is niche specific, that not a lot of people understand when they come across it, but keep posting, because the ones that get it, and they will be there for you. And this is all that I have for my group number 4s. Let me know in the comment section down below how this reading resonates for you. And I want to see your house emojis, the house with the tree. I want to see your house with the tree emojis in the comment section down below when you get ready to comment, to tell me about your group number 4 social media. I want to hear about it. please do tell, do share. If you are a tarot reader, if you sell things, whatever it is, put it in the comment section down below. Let us know. We want to hear it. Okay. And also, you better not let these people make you quit, give up, or feel down about yourself. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All right. This is all that I have for you, and I will chat with you next time. Group number 5. I want to dive into your reading to find out what are people's assumptions about your social media after their first impressions. First impressions and assumptions made about my group number 5, social media. Haven't seen that card in a while in this deck, and it came out for you. Okay. All right. For some reason, I am picking up a melancholic energy here, like a sadness. Some of you, it's because you sing, and the songs that you sing give off that vibe. Yeah, there's definitely this somber, melancholic, kind of like disappointed vibe that people pick up on when they come across your social media, the first impression. Okay, so not sure if they just feel like you aren't happy with where you are in life or what's going on, or if you just come across as like emo in your feels, goth, something like that. But I'm also getting here too, first impressions is that you have many looks, you have many faces, you have many appearances, and that a lot of people like you. People's first impressions, they come across your social media, they're confused about something. I don't know if it's your makeup, your hair, the content that you post, period. But they're even more confused about why they like your vibe, why they like your socials, why you cheer them up. I don't know. Like, okay, is this like my niche specific? People who have like you might be someone who acts out certain scenarios in ASMR. There's a niche for that. There's niches that I don't even freaking know exist. Okay. I'm seeing an assumption that's being made is that you're on your way to ownership, or you're on your way to some sort of title or some sort of win. For some of you, the melancholic energy could be that you are working towards something that you were once working towards with a loved one, and that loved one is no longer able to participate, whether they are no longer here with us, or they just don't have the physical capacity, whatever it may be. There's also this nomadic feel here as well, because even though there's like this sadness surrounding, or this emotionality surrounding you, you're fully and completely and wholeheartedly in your own energy and present. Let me get my dice. Virgo, Jupiter, 6th house. Okay, so for some of you, you could talk about finances, and this could either be like you either appear bored, or your content is deemed as like boring but necessary. Like, or if it's not boring itself, it's like people are learning something from you. And you know, like when you're in class, sometimes you just start yawning. Like, even if you're interested, even if you're not trying to be rude, you just start yawning. But then as soon as the class is over, you have all the energy in the world. There's something like that that's coming through here. This is the first impressions of your social media. Oh yeah, like I said, like this could be like my people that maybe you try to like talk people to sleep via your social media. Like, again, there's ASMR niches for that. Like they'll talk you to sleep, but there's something about your energy that, although people are learning something, or they're being educated, or they're being entertained, something about your social media brings people a sort of peace that like they want to go to sleep. If this doesn't make any sense to you, I would test my luck in this area on social media of trying to help people get to sleep. That could also be why you have this Emperor, 8 of Cups, and the title card, because like I said, you're on your way to ownership of some kind, or you're on your way to some sort of title or something like this here. For some of you, this is also like, I'm seeing like 80K to 100K. You could be growing in that manner. I also see here too, oh, that could be, okay, so some people that have been following you for a while, and you've been maybe switching it up or changing up your approach or something, they could be kind of like either upset about this or just a little down about this, but they see that it's working for you, that it's helping you to expand, that it's helping you to grow. That was so weird, like that sad or like that sleepy energy that I was picking up on, but it's starting to pick up now. Like, it's starting to pick up relevance. So your social media grows on people the longer that they're there. Like they when they first get to it, they're like, what is this? What am I looking at? Or what? But they grow to love you. They grow to understand you. Your social media might grow from like, you don't even know that you got secret haters, to them becoming your biggest fan. Yeah, I keep getting like this very quiet, hush, hush energy around your social media. And I'm not sure why that is. Shit, for some of you, do you have like a niche where you literally just sit there and say nothing? I've come across people that do what is it called? Work from home videos with me, and they'll just turn on the camera and not even interact with the people that are viewing them. But that's their content, and that's how they create. Maybe your social media is not viewer focused, but it's more so focused on you, and whoever likes it sticks around. I don't know. This one, y'all threw me for a loop. I, I'm going to stick by what I said and say that you could help people fall asleep, or people fall asleep to your content, or oh yeah, like, you know, when people just have like a social media that you just play in the background, like maybe you have a vlog channel and people might not even like be looking at the screen, but they have you playing in the background. I feel like, yeah, you are a comfort creator. Even if you are not setting out to be a comfort creator, this is you. I'm also seeing someone who can do this while cooking. Just turn on the camera, you cook, and it's a whole ASMR vibe. I feel like this group here, you mostly came here and didn't even realize that Spirit was trying to give you some messages about a direction that maybe you need to head in. Because right now, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing the new life card from the Wisdom of the Oracle. There's something new that you need to be doing on social media. Like, you need to start a new page or something like this here and just exist, just create, just show what you're doing for work, but without like all the so right now I'm about to do this, and then I'm gonna, without all of that, without all the extra chit chat, just do it, just exist, don't explain shit, just go. I don't know, something like that. But this is all that I have for my group number 5s. I want to see your tornado emojis in the comment section down below. If you comment from group number 5, I want to see your tornado emojis down below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Again, make sure you comment with your tornado emojis, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, because there is an extra special TAYlien message at the very end of this video for subscribers only, because if you subscribe, that makes you a TAYlien, because I'm Tay and we are so out of this world that it makes us like aliens. You combine the two words, TAYliens, you get it? All right. And that's all that I have for you, babes. Let me know in the comment section down below. I look forward to hearing what you have to tell me, because y'all bring a lot of insight to the details that I bring to the table. And I love that, because it just makes me a better reader and it helps us to bond a little bit better. Sending you so much love, so much life. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a PO box as well as a virtual tip jar in the description box down below. First, link in the description box if you want to book your very own personal reading. And second, link in the description box if you want to join us on Patreon for content that you won't catch here on the main channel. But this is all that I have for you. Ta-ta for now. All right, so TAYliens, so we are going to get into the message that was meant to find you. And actually, I'm feeling like we need to have all the cards present. So let me actually bring the cards from the other groups back in so that we have everybody here. What message was meant to find my TAYliens? What message was meant to find my TAYliens? What message was meant to find my TAYliens? If you've been desiring a conversation, I see that. I see someone trying to make peace. I see you trying to make peace. I see level-headedness and understanding. I see course correction. I see a new aspect of you trying to come out. Okay. So this aspect of you that's coming out is extremely eloquent and works really well through complications, works well through high stress environments, or if people try to belittle or demean you. Yeah. Okay, so there's an aspect of you that's rising that's going to be separating you from the rest. That's going to be separating you from the whole. Yeah, 10 of Wands in the reverse. This is really good. What's going on here? Ooh, I just got a whiff of some very fruity perfume. If I had to assume, there was some sort of underlying scent of strawberries and cream, or like strawberries and vanilla. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. See, yeah, like it's something that's like setting you apart from the rest. If there's something that you, like a group that you're trying to get into, and you have to like write an essay, or you have to compose a speech, or you have to write a song or write a poem, or something that requires you to explain something or to put something into words, you are winning. You're on top. If there is any sort of competition and words or verbiage has something to do with it, you're gonna win. What is that, Venus? Yeah, people fucking love it. People love you. 12th house on top of the Hermit. Again, something that seems so divine and healing and just otherworldly about you. Yeah, and Pisces over the Bully card, which says highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you to confront the inner fears that bully you. You are somehow setting yourself free, which is setting you apart, which is setting you up for success. You're like graduating. This feels like those moments in school where they pull you out of class and you're like, oh shit, am I in trouble? But really what they're telling you is that, hey, your scores were so high that we have to move you here. Hey, you're so popular here that we need you here. This is a good thing that is separating you from the whole. Okay? For some of you, it's going to be literally expressed through a physical person removing you from one situation and adding you to a different situation. For others of you, this is going to be you noticing elevation in different areas of your life simply because of the way that you're able to represent or express yourself. And because you do something with ease, and because you're able to lead people. I don't know, there's also something here softening up in your energy that's going to have you coming across as nicer, kinder, sweeter, more open to people, less intimidating, and more vulnerable. And this is setting you up for success. I realized the last time I did our reading, I didn't include our girls, our Bratz Oracle cards. I realized that the last time. I was like, how dare I? What do we need to add here? Very much 10 of Cups vibes. I'm telling you, like, popularity is yours, whether you want it or not. Yeah, look at that. Don't even waste your time, sis. And alone time is very much needed. I said you were setting yourself free. there's this unbothered energy, like this completely unbothered energy that you are tapping into. So if you feel like people are trying to attack you or whatever, your demeanor is shifting. It's changing in the way that you respond to people, situations, and circumstances. Yeah, exactly. Your communication style is changing. So allow yourself to flow into this new and improved version of yourself. Yep, the Chariot. Yep. This is something that's been trying to integrate with you for a while now. Look at that. A disagreement comes in as I'm talking about this. A disagreement. So the way that you show up when people want to argue, or the way that you show up in discord is changing. The way that you show up, period, is changing. Let's get you a keyword out of this bag, which I need to get a different bag. I forgot when I went to the store. Okay, keyword for my TAYliens. Enjoyment. I know it's small, but like, focus. Don't play with me. Thank you. Enjoyment. Okay. And let's get another one. So you're going to be having a lot more fun with life. You're going to be a lot more lighthearted and carefree. And we have the word focus. Focus. Discovery. So you're going to be discovering a new form of enjoyment in life because of your communication style, your approach. You're tapping into another height, a new level of unbotheredness, if you will. And this is going to be altering your state of consciousness and several aspects of your life. Congratulations. And I'll talk to you next time, babes. Bye.